this is Rinchen. I'm your fellow CSCOMite from 2010-12 batch of HR. I currently work as a learning consultant in a management consulting firm called Quadmark in Singapore. Previously, I've worked in insurance industry, in retail as well as tech industry. I've had interesting stints when it comes to my roles. I've worked as a regional HR manager where I've handled multiple states in India. I have been a corporate HR business partner. I've also been a chief operating officer of a startup based here in Singapore. And currently I am in a very interesting role as a learning consultant because I work and help organizations across the globe create learning strategies and content for training. I'm also an author and I've published 2 books so far. So one is Syzygy Moments that I have co-authored with a dear friend and mentor, Anupama. So Syzygy Moments is basically a coalescence of thoughts and musings from over 100 global thinkers and leaders. This book is a beautiful collaboration from a lot of people across the globe and is very inspiring for anybody who picks it up. The second book that I have is called Four Dances of the Moon. This is a poetry book that I've written. This book draws a parallel between the 4 phases of the moon and the 4 phases of life of human beings. So what inspires me to write? I've been writing since the age of 8. I've been deeply inspired by my father who used to write, and I used to kind of sneak up and see his diaries and his poetry, and that would really inspire me. Apart from that, I think words are a very potent tool of changing the whole society, and that's why I write, to inspire people, to make them feel that yes, we all belong together, and to create harmony in the world. So there is only one way in which you can create a balance between your work life and your personal life when you're working from home, and that one thing is discipline. You need to create a discipline of sticking to a routine every single day. You need to have a routine wherein you include both your work as well as your personal life so that both of them don't get affected. For me, it has worked really well. I have been in lockdown for over 5 months, and having a strong sense of discipline around my routine has helped me balance my personal and professional life very well. So my organization has done a phenomenal job of keeping the workforce engaged and motivated in the current times. So there are 3 ways in which my organization has done it. One is communication, second is the comfort, and third is the fun. In terms of communication, our leaders are constantly communicating with us about the current scenario. Where do we stand as a business as we see the things changing? And that gives a very strong assurance to the whole team and a huge sense of comfort to all of us. The second is comfort and flexibility. So we have the flexibility when we are working from home to stagger our timings according to our personal life as well. So we are able to balance and adjust our work as well as personal life because we can work across timelines, and we have been given that liberty, and that really helps us stay motivated in the current times. The third is the fun and the engagement part. When it comes to that, we have a lot of virtual fun parties where we try to communicate with each other about anything and everything apart from the COVID and the work part. We also try to communicate one-on-one over coffee and discuss anything that we need to. The organization is doing a phenomenal job of also counseling in case we need, if there's a lot of mental stress due to the current situation. And we have also started a lot of projects around caring for each other. So, we are trying to have some of the people from the organization who are into fitness to conduct fitness programs, to conduct yoga and meditation programs, so on and so forth, so that we all stay engaged. I think LinkedIn is one of the best professional platforms for you to connect with people across. So what you should do in order to make sure that you're leveraging your connections properly, start off with your own profile is what I would suggest. Make sure that your profile is straight to the point, it has all the relevant fields filled up, and it looks professional. So when I say professional, your picture should be professional, how you write up your summary should be very professional as well. So when people usually connect with somebody else, they look at all of these things and it really matters. So that's the first point. Second point is, whenever you're connecting with someone, always make sure you drop a note on how do you know each other and why are you connecting with them. This goes especially when you're sending across your LinkedIn request to somebody senior, or if you're sending it to somebody that you haven't really met in person. So make sure you drop a little note. What are you trying to do with this connection, and how would you want to take it forward? Third thing that you can do is always have a list of 10 to 15 people that you are consistently in touch with and who can help you in your career progression. So it could be somebody from your batch, it could be somebody senior, it could also be someone that you haven't really met but who influences you as such. So make sure that you connect with them regularly and have something substantial to discuss about, so that tomorrow if you're in need of any help or suggestion, these are the people that you can reach out to. So there are two things that you must take care of if you want to stay relevant in the current scenario. So the first one is to have a very strong professional network. When I say professional network, you could refer to my answer on the LinkedIn connections as well. You can have a small network, but make sure that it is relevant and make sure there are people who can help you and guide you and mentor you throughout your career. Second important aspect is to constantly keep upgrading yourself and your skills. You see, in current scenario, the technology changes every 5 years. There are changes in the way people are interacting with their businesses. So for you to stay relevant, it's very important that you're always updated on what's happening, not just in your profession, but in the businesses and industry that you work in. This helps you have a broader perspective, and at the same time, you are able to understand how you in your particular role can contribute to your organization in a way that is useful to you as well as for the organization. So the hiring strategy is varying based on industry and the roles. Currently, there are a lot of organizations which are opening up a lot of roles, especially in tech, because that is the need, and in digital marketing, etc. While there are certain organizations which are also looking at re-looking at their business models, for example, retail, for example, transport, etc. So what the organizations are looking at while hiring is, one, the kind of people who can be adaptable, who can work across multiple roles, and who are also able to add value to the business by bringing fresh ideas to the table. So live projects are great, and I believe everybody should take it up. There are 3 reasons why I say so. So one, of course, that live projects help you get a real exposure and a real taste of how the corporates work. So you get to understand the systems, the processes. You also get to put a lot of theory that you read into application. The second way that it helps you is it helps you understand how to conduct yourself in a corporate environment. So when you observe people, when you observe the leaders, you see the kind of language, the kind of communication, the kind of body language that they use. And it's really helpful for you when you're stepping into the corporate. The third way in which they help you is that they help you create a good network and connections. So what happens is, when you start interacting with people, there might be some people that you start looking up to who can be your mentors. And if you do your live projects really well and are able to strengthen your relationships there, you might also end up having a job in the same organization. So my time in CSCOMS was fun as well as full of learning. So fun because I made a lot of friends, my friends for life in CSCOMS, and at the same time I also participated in a lot of events and projects, and that was always giving me an adrenaline rush. Apart from that, this was also full of learning. We had a lot of faculty members from the industry who would give a lot of relevant industry examples to us while teaching. Apart from that, we also have a beautiful library. I would spend a lot of time in the library at CSCOMS, and that was, my treasure there as well. So summing it up, for me, it was all about fun and learning, friends, library, events, professors, and of course our very famous canteen. So my favorite poets include Mirza Ghalib. Mirza Ghalib, as you would know, was a great Urdu poet and a shair, and I love to read his shairi and poetry. And the second favorite poet is Gwendolyn Brooks. Gwendolyn Brooks was an American poet, and she wrote lovely and powerful poetry that changed a lot of things in the US, which were also part of a lot of movements in the US. So I really love her strong poetry, which is so simply put together. One, the tech. Make sure that your internet connection, your battery, your camera, your audio, everything is working fine. Second, make sure that you have all your information about what the program is going to be about or what the interaction is going to be about in place. Make sure that you have your notepad open, or you have a notebook if you like to write in place, so that you can put down anything that you need to. And third important thing is that you should have some inputs before you start any call. So if it's going to be something informative, do some research before you get into a call. If it is going to be a discussion, make sure that your notes are in place. Are online courses relevant? Absolutely. I'm totally in love with all the online courses which are available and the platforms, especially Udemy, Coursera, or LinkedIn Learning. I personally use all three of them, and I find them to be very, very relevant because they are bite-sized, they are from the industry experts, and it is something which is very relevant in case you need to learn something right away. And they also keep you updated about what is happening in the industry, what is happening overall in the corporate world as well. There was Professor Koel, who used to teach economics, Professor Sandeep Bhanod, who used to teach mathematics and statistics, and Sharmila ma'am, because she was more like a mother teacher, Susan Verghese ma'am, because in HR she was like a mentor. There are a lot of professors that I'm thankful to. I loved and adored a lot of professors there. These are just a few names that came to my mind right away. So once the pandemic ends, the first place that I'm gonna visit are the botanical gardens here in Singapore. I've missed going there. I love going to a tiny little pond which is there, which is full of turtles and swans. I just love sitting there. It really makes me feel calm. The second place that I would want to visit is India. I'm missing the food and I'm missing my family, so that's going to be the next destination. I would say I'm already jack of trades, but I really learned how to make chart at home, so that was the one thing that I would say I kind of mastered. Not really anything. I think I was going on, I'm a very routine oriented person, so my routine was pretty much okay, and I was doing everything that I wanted to do when there is no lockdown. So we might not see a lot of change in terms of compensation, but there would be a change in benefits is what I believe. So benefits like flexible working hours are going to be top thing. Working from home is going to be a big thing. Insurance, the way we look at medical might change quite a bit. Apart from that, performance wise, I don't know how it is going to change right away, because anyway you'll be counting in hours and the productivity overall. Money wise, I don't think there would be a lot of change, but yes, benefits are going to be very, very different.